Hello, fellow peoples from the interwebs. My name is Melody, lover of donuts and all things procrastination, and welcome to eCore Academy's newest series, The College Course. Today's episode, College 101. Now you might be asking yourself, what am I doing here, who is this, and what exactly are these videos for? Well, they're for absolutely everybody. The entire purpose of this course is to educate people on the college process and better break down the parts of it and give some advice to those who may not understand the full process or just want to do it a little bit better. And whether you already know what school you're going to, whether you haven't started the college process at all, whether you're halfway through it, you're a parent that wants to help your kid, or if you're like me and you want to procrastinate but do something productive, this series is for you. So this course is going to cover absolutely everything from the basics to what to do after you've applied. And if you're anywhere in the middle or starting, ending, trust me, you'll want to stick around for at least some of this. Now to begin, we'll go over some general terms. First up, college versus university. A college is just a four-year institution, and there they don't have any graduate programs, just undergraduate. A university contains a college plus graduate programs, whether it be BA, MD, master's programs, things like that. So there isn't too much of a difference between a college and a university, but keep in mind if you want to go to a 6-year program or a 7-year program or something like that, you're not going to most likely apply to a college unless they have a specific program with an outside educational facility that does graduate programs. Now there are some stark differences between 2-year, 4-year, and vocational schools. A 2-year college, you're going to get your core classes in whatever your major is. So let's say you're a math major. You'll take calculus, stat, whatever is needed in order to become a math major and graduate with a BS or a BA in math. A BS is a Bachelor in Science and a BA is a Bachelor in Arts, just in case anybody did not know what those two were, and I'll be using those throughout the term of this course. In a 4-year school, you'll get those core classes that you need, but you'll also get a much larger and general understanding of the world through outside classes. Like if you're that math major, you'll be taking a lot of English courses, science courses, language courses in a 4-year school. So keep that in mind. A vocation is known as a trade school and sometimes even a career school. It's more focused on helping you really learn a specific skill for a job that you would like to pursue, and it's very hands-on most of the time. But a lot of people don't consider a lot of the jobs that vocational schools train for. And for edification purposes, I'll read just a few of the careers that are taught at vocational schools. Welding, electrician, plumbing, web designer, construction management, computer aiding, drafting, civil engineering tech, paralegal, emergency services, registered nurses, radiology, pharmacy technician, and vet technician. There's so much more that can be taught at those schools, so don't cross them out just because of some stereotypes that if you're going to be a plumber, that's the only place for you, or if you're going to go to a vocational school, you're only going to end up a plumber or electrician. That is false. The next term I'd like to go over is a public versus private school. So this basically just breaks down to where an institution is going to get its money from. So private schools only use student tuition, endowments, and alumni support to fund themselves, but public institutions get support from the state and federal government. They're what's known as subsidized or really helped out by the state that they're in, and that also can contribute to the amount of prices that it'll cost students to go to those schools. So private schools will cost a lot more than public schools most of the time. So just keep that in mind. Now, everyone's favorite part, applications. There are two main types of online applications. There's the Coalition app and the Common app. There's no huge difference between them. It just depends on what schools you're applying to. So please keep that in mind that a lot of schools do take the Common app or the Coalition app, and a lot of schools take both. So the difference isn't huge between the two. They'll basically just ask you for your personal information, demographic information, school, grades, awards, extracurriculars, and a personal essay on the app. You can also add a Naviance or any platform that your school or guidance counselor uses to attach letters of rec and send transcripts to those schools that you're applying to. So you'll probably need to talk to your guidance counselor to set that up. There may be a video on how to work Naviance in the future, depending on what you guys ask for and what you guys want to see. But for the most part, you're probably going to have to talk to your guidance counselor to get that set up. There's always the option to mail any applications, and there are several other platforms. For example, Rutgers has its own application. So please be aware of that when you are applying to these schools, because you don't want to fill out the wrong application and for the deadline to have passed by the time you fill out that application. So what exactly will you need to apply to these schools? Well, you're going to need an essay, several probably. There are a few main types of essays. Everyone's absolute favorite, and the most basic essay that you will ever see, the Why This School essay. Then there's your personal main essay, which will be done on the Common App or the Coalition app. It's where you get to be the most creative and artistic with your writing. So please take a hold of that and express yourself through that personal essay. Schools will also probably ask for additional essays based on the school. This could be anything from tell us about an extracurricular or describe a challenge that you once faced or that you want to fix. There will be more on how to actually write these essays in an upcoming video, so stay tuned for that one. Now, letters of recommendation. Some use Naviance, so ask your guidance counselor if that's what your school uses. A lot of schools use different platforms, but it depends on the school. Your guidance counselor will be more than happy to set that up for you. Usually people should get 2 to 3 letters of recommendation. This way you can trade them off per school and decide which one you think best represents you. It also helps just in case one teacher can't get it in on time, that you have some backups. Plus some schools require 3, some only allow 1. It really just depends on the school. To apply to schools, obviously, you will need your application, so do not forget to press submit when the time comes. And of course, the most important thing, and I cannot stress this enough, the most important thing when applying to college, you will need a support system. This is key to help you through the process. It's stressful and messy and scary, and having someone there or multiple people is super important. And remember that if you don't have someone immediately there, you always have me to talk to. If you need to ask some advice, I'd be more than happy to answer it. Always just drop a comment with a question and I'd be happy to answer them for you. And if I personally cannot answer them for you, I will find somebody who can get you the answers that you're looking for. So please leave a comment, a like, whatever, in order to ask any questions or get any advice that you need. Now, some common abbreviations. U of is the University of. App stands for application. Letters of rec, letters of recommendation. ED, early decision. EA, early action. RD, regular decision. This one is not rolling decision. Rolling decision is referred to as rolling. D1, 2, and 3, those are Division 1, 2, and 3 schools. Those are in regards to sports and the levels of sports that those schools participate in. The NCAA is the National Collegiate Athletic Association. And then the FAFSA is the Free Application for Federal Student Aid. That'll be important for scholarships and if you are in need of money. So some future videos. So get excited, these are coming up. What college is for you, college tours, and more. The early bird gets the worm. Those are just a few that are coming up, and there are a bunch more after that. Alrighty, so if there's anything that's specific that you want to see, leave a like and drop a comment and we will add it in. And for other amazing videos by students for students, please check out eCore Academy's website. They literally have absolutely everything on there. Bye now. Have a productive day, guys.